Hello, this is Taj McCameron from Gold TCM, how to make your money make you money and how to make your bills pay you. Today, we're going to deep dive into the next phase. I'm not going to go exceptionally deep, but I'm going to give you a nice overview of how you can make your bills pay you and how you can make your money make you money. Now, if you went through the previous training on how to figure out what it is that you want to do as a business, how to develop your business plan, how to go through the process of building out your website, your about pages, your blogs, your press releases, contacts, even some of your social media. Boom. Great. You've already done that. And now you're like, well, I want to start a business and I want to make this legit. You got to look at some things before you make a business 100% legitimate. So there are certain things financially you got to look at yourself first before you'll be able to fully create a legitimate, legalized business agreement business. Now, I'm going to start here. Where are you personally, financially? This is a question you need to ask yourself. Are you budgeting? Are there debts that you need to pay off? Because whatever you're doing in your personal life is going to reflect in the business that you are creating. Do you have savings goals? Are you protecting yourself, your finances, your financial monitoring? Are you building your credit? Do you have somebody helping you protect it? Do you have restoration in order to help you restore anything that may be an issue? We're going to go through this a little bit deeper. I'm just going through the top end first. Do you have a vault that helps you when it comes down to protecting your family, a financial roadmap, so on and so forth? Do you have a trust, a will, so on and so forth? And what is your net worth? These are the things that you're going to want to focus on when building your business, because when you are building your business, you are setting yourself up for legacy, meaning you are not trying to set up a life full of debt, a life full of when your life ends and your kids go to check on things, they're finding out you had a bunch of debt. Granted, great, you cannot take money from a dead person, so they will have to void out a lot of the debts, but some debts you will have to pay off. You don't want to have your family in the red. You want to be in the black, which means you have no debts. You've given your family the best estates, trusts, so on and so forth. With this business that you are creating, that's what you want. Even if you decide later on that you created this business and you've developed multiple other businesses, because it's important to develop multiple businesses because you want to have multiple streams of income. So you can take this same business plan, same business video teaching that I just did for you, and you can do it for several businesses. Okay? Now, what we're focusing on today is that we're developing and trying to help you figure out where you are financially so that you can get your top two goals when you are starting a business. You want to get to a point where you can get your business bank account, which legitimizes your bank accounts for your funds to go to for your business when you start actually making money out of it. And you want to be able to get or have the ability to get an SBA loan. Right now, they are giving away $10,000 grants of money, which is really good for startup businesses. Now, caveat with that, and I will tell you, is that with these SBA loans, some loans that they are giving out for businesses, you need to have had your business for 1 year. That's why I believe it's good to have the formula that I just gave you throughout the video series so that you can start your business and start developing your business, test your business out, test it out, get your clients, do the party planning, do whatever it is that you're trying to do for whatever your specific business is for a year to test out. One, do I want to continue to do this business? Two, do I want to switch and do another business and use the exact same formula I gave you in that video set to do that? But here, what we're doing is we're setting you up to get the loans you may need, because that $10,000 looks real good when you don't have the money. Because that helps you with certain things that you may need to do, that you may even be able to afford. There was a group that I was looking into when I was first starting my business processes. I think it was called the Mayo Group. I think it was called Mayo. But they literally were a group that I could have paid for to take care of my business expenses in relation to setting up and structuring. Like if you have a building, the things that you would need, they would handle making sure that you had your equipment, the equipment was delivered, all of the things that you would need to have budget. They would be a management group that would manage those things. But in order to have management groups that manage that, in order to have management groups for social media, in order to be able to pay out your promotions, in order to be able, you have to have money for that. And an SBA loan of $10,000 that you may or may not have to pay back is going to be a good thing if you can show your seriousness of developing the business that you are developing. But first, in order to have the business and deal with the business that you're trying to develop, you have to have these things in order in your personal life so that you can set up to get your business bank account. So what is it that you need to do in order to secure that? Well, are you budgeting? That is a big question. Are you budgeting? Right here. Are you budgeting your money? If you are not budgeting, I'm going to make a suggestion to you today. Sit down and write down all of your expenses. You can do this in an Excel spreadsheet. You can take a notepad and put a table on a Word document. I use Evernote. Just like you see this table on there, you can do something like this, and you can set up a budget for yourself. See what it is that your expenses, what are your needs. I went to a financial course years ago. It's probably been almost 5 to 7 years. I went back about 2 years ago, and there are 6 areas that you need to look at. I'm going to give you those areas really quick. What are your emergency needs? What are your necessities? What are your money nest egg that you're not going to put your hands on? What is your play money? Because we all have to have play money so that we can do stuff. We as people do not tend to, we either don't tend to give ourselves the leeway to allow ourselves relaxation time if we are business people. If you're not a business person, sometimes you spend a lot of money doing the things that are necessary, and having a budget to budget these things out is important. Do you have education? Are you learning things? What you're doing right now by taking this course is you're learning what you need to know in order. That's education. You have a plan for that. Are you giving? Do you have a church? Do you give to a church? Do you give to philanthropy? Do you do philanthropy? Where are you giving your money? So on and so forth. Create a table, create an itemized list of each of these areas, just as a starter, in order to create a budget for yourself. Okay? Now, savings. Do you have a savings account? Some people don't have a savings account. Some people just have a checking account. It would behoove you, if you have a checking account, get a savings account. Whatever little money, I'm going to tell you a quick story. When I started, saving my money, I went and I got a bank account when all I had in my hand was $30. And I set my bank account up just in those six areas that I just explained for budgeting. I set my bank account up with what bank was that? Capital One, because they allowed me to open or divide my accounts 6 times. So I was able, all I did was put $5 in each one. That's all I did. But I was able to save money and create a practice so that I would have savings. Paying your debts off. If you have debts, school debts, loan debts, we do this, and I'm going to tell you, it's a trick that most people don't even realize is happening to them. Do you have a Netflix? Do you have a subscription service? You forget to put that money in that account, and something hits it, you end up getting an overdraft fee and nearly bankrupting your account because you get an overdraft fee over overdraft fee over overdraft fee. And then your account gets shut down. Ask me how I know. It happened to me. Identity monitoring. We are living in a time right now. It is crucial that you cover your identity more than anything. I am telling you, because people are calling with scams from the IRS. They calling from the police department. They call. How many times have anybody raise your hand? Have you gotten a warranty call for your car? Have you gotten, oh, I got a good one. PayPal. I was searching, one day I was trying to get some information on trying to pull something off of my PayPal account that I was getting charged just like this. And the person, I called the phone number because it said, oh, we're an assistance line that helps you fix this problem for your PayPal account. Meaning, if you have a problem, we'll help you assist and get into your account and line it up. And I'm like, okay, let me call. I called and I'm explaining, and this person sounded as professional and in line as possible. And you know, with today's society, they people from all countries they working for all of these companies as outsourced company people. And you're sitting up there, you're not questioning it until the person, I got to a certain point in asking them questions to help me with my them pulling the thing that was wrong with my account off, and they were like, oh, could you go to the banking ATM and I'll stay on the phone with you. Excuse me, you want to stay on the phone with me while I go to my bank account and take money out of my bank account, and you want me to put it on a cash card for you? Excuse me? Yeah. I heard from another business owner. She was an Apple person. How many of y'all have an Apple phone? Raise hand. Raise hand if you have an Apple phone. Somebody called her from Apple and said that there's a problem and a discrepancy with your account. She was on the phone with a couple of her friends, and she was like, hold on, they put me on hold. I'm talking to you. Like, this sounds like I need to put all this, because she was like, oh, I can't have anything wrong with my Apple account. So her friend said, could you please check that first? She went and she waited and she checked. And she was like, wait, this isn't right. And the person that put her on hold, and she's like, I don't think this is right. She hangs up, and then she calls the number back that they called from. They had used the duplicate to duplicate the phone number for the actual Apple store so that it looked like it was coming from Apple, in order to call her so that she would give out her personal information, because she's trying to fix the discrepancy, and then they would have had access to her business accounts. So please be careful with identity fraud and monitoring in this season. Okay? Next, builder of your credit. If you have no credit, maybe you're a college student. Maybe you're just taking this class because you're like, look, I need to start a business because I'm coming out of college and I need to get things set up for myself. Maybe you're a newlywed that wants to do something to bring money into your household. Maybe you are a person that may be in an impoverished situation in the projects, and you trying to just start something so that you can do it in a legal way and build something out. Maybe you are a person that is a single mom, you don't have the income, all you're working on or working with now is unemployment, and you want to actually build your own business. Maybe you're an older person, your husband died, you're divorced, or what have you, and you want to start over. Where is your credit? Where's your credit? There are certain ways that you can build your credit. If you have a savings account, good. The more you pay off your debts, you will be able to help yourself in order to balance out your accounts. You can get, so there are a lot of services that you can get, little teeny services. They will do alignment. You can even get an application that will do an alignment for building out what it is that you desire to build out in this season. Meaning, you've got debts, credit card debts, you've got mortgage debts, you've got loan debts, you've got all these little debts. And because you got these little debts, you need to build your credit back up. And FYI, every time you go to a store and they say, "Oh, gee, would you like to sign up for our credit?" Because what they do is they show you that they will help you save. If they're showing you that they will help you save, then you're more likely to purchase or try to allow them to check it. And when you have somebody check that for you, every time you allow Macy's and Nordstrom's or whatever these little stores are to check your credit, it's like, let's do a quick check so that we can give you this discount. Every time they do that, that is actually lowering your credit score. No. Bad. Don't do that. You want to build your credit. So what you're going to do is, if you do not have this and you have bad credit because you came out of college, you didn't pay off your college loans, you've never had credit because you just don't build credit because you don't want to owe nobody nothing. I actually had a phone call, and it was the most weirdest phone call with somebody. They were saying, so you have to create debt in order to build credit. And I was like, but I don't want to create debt. But you're trying to build your credit up so that you can get a house, a car, or this or that and the other thing. Build your business, so on and so forth. So in order to build your credit, a quick fix for this, go and get a secured credit card. You may be able to do this at a union. Go to a bank that creates a union, like Western Union or one of the union. Some of the PayPal card, not PayPal, PLS, or some of those. Look it up. Look and find which one that you can find to be able to start a secured credit account. If you have any amount of money, $1,000, $500, I think you can set it up for whatever amount that you have. And what you do is you make purchases out of that card, not your savings account, not your checking account, out of this particular secure credit card. The catch-22 to that is this. You have to go back in after you've made the purchase and pay it off. Every time you do that, you are increasing your credit and building your credit. You keep doing this. You keep doing this for a year, 2 years. You're doing this while you're setting up your business just to build up your credit. It lowers your credit score and it helps you so that you have a better credit. Now, you can go to a credit attorney and have them help you. That they can actually evaluate your credit, especially if you have difficult things. In this last year, in 2020, people went through some deep credit hits because they lost spouses. They went from two incomes to one income. They ended up losing their homes. They ended up losing their jobs, and they were using credit like crazy, and they destroyed their credit. Maybe you're one of them that destroyed your credit. But right now, we're talking about trying to build it up. And maybe you do need a credit attorney. But you have to evaluate how bad you're in the hole. You can check your credit report. There are 3 credit bureaus: Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. You check your credit. There's a very popular one that you can use to check your credit that they talk about all the time. I can't think of it off the top of my head. Credit Karma. That's what it is. That you can just check your financial reports. Go in there and look up your financial reports. Now, I'm going to give you the catch-22 to that. It may not be the most recent version of your credit. It may be 6 months ago. Not right now. So if you've had your credit checked 3 or 4 times in the past few weeks or months, you may have to check again. So with that being said, you might want to find a better service that does it from the most recent, like within the past few weeks, not 6 months out. Now, you can have your credit restored by just implementing new habits. Take the time for 21 days and start to implement just what you've seen here, what I've told you about, to pay attention to. The things that I just listed. Go back into the video and listen to what I said and figure out, how can I do that? Just resetting yourself. Do that for 21 days. If you do it for 42 days, you're going to see an actual change in your debts being paid off. You'll have savings. You'll have things that will be in order to set you up. You'll be budgeting, so on and so forth, which will position you in a good place that you will be able to go forth and start a business bank account. Because if you have these things in order first, and you go to a bank with the business plans and the business report that I'm going to give you, girl, guy, whoever you are, you go in there and you have the information that they need, meaning you've got your website. Boom. You already did that. You've got your financial statements. Boom. You already did that because maybe you already have a bank account with that bank. Perfect. Boom. You have your credit. You already built your credit. You've built your savings. You've secured your credit. You've done all that you needed to get done, and it's set up for you. Boom. You walk in there and you give them the statement of proof that you created the business, your EIN number. You give them the actual articles of incorporation for your business. We'll discuss that a little bit later on another video. And you give them all the information that they need. Honey child, please, you go in there with that. They will say, wait, sign the dotted line. We will create your bank account. How much money would you like to put in it? Boom. Boom. You got a business address. You gave them the business address that you want this business located out of. Let me put you up on game. If you can afford to get you a space, an actual one of these little spaces or office space that you can have your business out of. If you have a secure living space that you wouldn't mind using that as your main address for your business, you put that address and you can attach, I would tell you to use UPS, to use that as because you can also use that as a business equivalent address as long as your space is your main address. And you got your business bank account. Boom. That's been solved for you. Financial lockbox. You want to create financial contracts because you have a business. You have a location. You have all of this stuff because you just set all that up. Create a financial lockbox so that you are keeping track of everything in relation to your finances to set you up for your business. Trusts. You are creating a business. When you create this business, you're going to start getting cash flow. When you start getting cash flow, you are going to want to create a system that people can go funnel the through your products, your offers, your this, whatever it is that you're doing. You also want to have, because you have a team, if in God forbid anything happened to you, they can keep operating the business. If you have family members, children, so on and so forth, you have things set up in writing saying these are the people that are going to take care of it. I'm going to give you an example. There was a woman online, and she was a business coach. The woman got cancer and she passed away. But her business was set up in automated systems that every stream of income that she needed to make was pre-lined up. She had her trusts, her will lined up and legitimately notarized, because she was able to then allow her children, they could just keep the thing going. And they were able to make money, and she is now gone. That is what the importance of having a will and trust for the business that you are creating right now. Lastly, your net worth. After you've done all of this and you have your net worth, your net, your gross. Your net is the amount that you make after taxes. Your gross is the whole amount of money that you've made in your business from the beginning. This is good because once you've done all of this, when you need to apply for the loan, whether it's at your bank or you want to get that SBA loan after you've set up your credit and done all of this and done the business for a year, and you've done the 6 months or a year of setting up your secure credit, you have good, your credit score has gone down, all of these things are set and done with you, you've got your net worth, everything's been processed out, boom. Guess what? When you go to the SBA and try to get a $10,000 grant, and prayerfully it'll be more by the time you'll be able to do this, you got your net worth, you can show them, and what will SBA do? Here, apply for this. We grant you this because we see. All you got to go in and do is fill out the application. Now, I've heard some say they were able to fill out the application and didn't have to go through all of that. Bless God if you are willing to do that, but we trying to set up a legitimate business. So with the fact that you're trying to set up a legitimate business, you can try it now, and bless God if you can get it. But if you can't, and you go through this entire process that I just told you, all of these wonderful things, I guarantee you, when you fill out that application, there will be nothing to stop you from getting $10,000 to really throw into your business. So, this is Taj McCameron from Making Your Money Make You Money and Make Your Bills Pay You. I hope that this was able to help you at this point to build out a business and life that you love. If you take any of the courses from the beginning up to now and you apply everything I pray thee that you do, you will be able to achieve. But there is a but. There's a but. If you desire help in order to do this, I can help you. Okay, if you truly desire for help, I'm going to show you. Everything that we just discussed, I actually created an article that I went more in depth about. I'm a podcaster. I podcast. I did a podcast on one of my previous podcasts where I literally did and told similarly what you just heard about. how to make your money, how to go through the entire process, just what I just gave you guys. Now, I can show you what the old podcast, so you can still find it. This was the old podcast. And it has all of the links for Let's Talk About Money. So you can hear it again, but if you just went through this video, you really don't need to hear it again. If you are part of trying to help make your money, make you money, where we will discuss and we are going to create a forum that will help you, that will be a community to make the very bills that you are seeking to pay. Here is the forum page, and we're turning everything that you would need, whether it is for your diet, whether it is any of those things. It's going to help you make money, and you can join the community. We're going to be starting a Facebook group, just like the Facebook I showed you when we were developing this. Make your money, make your money. Making your bills pay you. And in order to help you remain consistent with these types of things, not only just for your financials, but in order to help you with the support for your business, so that you have each other that you can talk to, all of these types of things. Making your bills pay you. Everything that we've discussed up until this point, from building the business out, building your bank accounts, so on and so forth. You want to know how to do that. You are struggling with these things in this season of transition. Everything we showed you in order to develop your business in the earlier part, you can do that. But we want to support you, help you carve out the identity that you have, and carve them out individually, whatever it is that you desire to do, whether you're trying to be a lifestyle consultant, a production assistant, using all of your talents, your podcast, be a podcast host. That's a really good thing to do if you want to get yourself and your voice out there. Web designer, whatever it is. If you're an event planner, whatever it is that you find that after you've gone through the other part, if you do not know and you went through the other part where we discussed and developed how you can find your niche, how you can find what you can do, how you can build it out, build a business plan, so on and so forth, and how not to split yourself up. Boom. And guess what? This is a resource. Remember the business plan that we went through? Boom. You can download the template, and it will be downloaded to your computer. You can open the file, and you will have a file that will help you build out your business. And this will be a resource. All you have to do is enable editing, and boom, you can create your own. This is what we're about. You can join us on our social media pages. This takes you directly to our Facebook group. Join the group. You can make your bills pay you. That program actually was not my program. That was my coach's program. Let's see. Want to go back to the page. This is the article that I just showed you. Now, if you want help and you desire all that stuff I said that sounded real good in the upper part of this scenario, which is right here. All of these beautiful things, everything that I just expressed to you and you don't know, maybe you need help. If you want the help and you want us to help you, we can help you if you decide. This is your point in time where you have to make a decision and determine whether or what you want to do. I can't force you to make a decision. I can't force you to move forward. But if you want assistance and you don't want to have to do this part in order to set your business up alone, this part, if you don't want to do that alone, in order to get you in position, in order to be able to start that business bank account, get your LLC agreements and all of that stuff taken care of, then, sweetheart, I'm going to behoove you and suggest to you the potential and the possibility that maybe, just maybe, you should make the investment to pay monthly. Maybe you can't make the monthly investment, but if you can, and you really want to help yourself, you can pay $89 bi-monthly, and you can track yourself to get the support you need in order to help you build that business that we just discussed through all of this, and it's $89 a month. And we will help you in all of these areas. Everything. Financial protection, credit protection, restoration, identity theft protection, all of these things. If you really want help, we are here to help you. All of these things. And you can get all of these things for a fee of $89 per month. You can choose to do this. If you choose to do this, it will help set you up to create a legacy for your children from this point forward. Make a decision. I can't force you. That's my number. That's my contact information. If you really want to change your future, you can DM me under Steam to Live the Dream on Instagram. You can go to our Facebook page, the same Facebook group that I just showed you. You can go to that Facebook group and you can DM me in here and say that I want to be a part of this. And I will link you directly to this page where you will be able to get the assistance that you need in order to help you start and prepare a business in these climates. That's up to you. I can't force nobody to do anything that they don't want to do. But all I can do is suggest, if you found any of the information that I have given you up until this point useful, if you listen to everything I said and you're like, maybe I want to do this myself, you can do that. You could probably find multiple things, but I guarantee you, if you go and try to find a savings calculator by yourself, you go and try to find a will and trust thing by yourself, you go and try to find all of these little credit builder, go find you a credit attorney by yourself, all of these things, you're going to be paying for all of that. You're going to come up with $200, $300, $400, and you're going to have to consistently be paying these things out separately, so on and so forth. You pay $89 a month. You get it all covered. All covered, and you don't even have to use it just for your business. You can use it for your personal, to help set you up personally, even if you don't have a business. But that's a decision, and it's an investment. And click. Remember what I said about building your credit? You want to build your credit? You purchase this program and you consistently pay for it on a secure credit account. Click. Hello, create your secure savings account in order to build up your credit so that you can drop down your credit score. This could be an investment to help set you up for that. That's just a suggestion, and that was a free bonus. So If you are interested, contact me. Reach out to me. Reach out to our support. Reach out to this email. You can see it. You see the phone number. Reach out. Reach out. Do you want the help? Personally, for your business, for whatever. We are in hard times right now. We need to be making these hard financial decisions. Whether you are just making these hard financial decisions for your own household, or you really want to build a legacy for your family. Maybe you're a stay-at-home mom. Maybe you're a college student. Maybe you're a newlywed. Maybe you are a single mom. Maybe you are older and you're trying to restart your family. Whatever it is, I want to give you an option to give you protection and help for your financial future. Just take the step. Take the step. I can't force anything. I can just suggest it. But I've done my job in the suggestion. So, with that being said, you can make the decision. You can choose whatever your choice is. I hope you choose wisely. But that's a decision that's on you. If you can weigh the pros and cons, you can do your own budget, you can do all of this. You can even try it yourself and see how it works to do all of these things by yourself. And if at that point you've tried all of this stuff and tried to do it yourself and it didn't work because you had to pay a whole lot more money, we're still going to be here for you. We ain't even going to feel bad when you come back. Make the decision. Try it out. Try it for 30 days. If it helps you do these things I suggested to you faster, you choose. You choose. Look at both sides of the coin. But I'm here to help you more than anything. Make your bills pay you. Aside from that, make your bills pay you. If I can give you a tool that's going to help you and assist you do it faster, I will do that. But with that being said, I am Taj McCameron. Make your money make you money so that you can make your bills pay you. I hope that this has blessed you. I give you much love, faith, peace, and blessings. Until next time, bye-bye.